Hi everybody, I'm Gail Annisforder. I'm the pastor of Linden Linthicum United Methodist Church in Clarksville, Maryland, and I'm very blessed to be working with the 8 awesome pastors from Table 5 of FLA. Today I want to talk with you for a moment about monthly mission moments in your church. I know that some of you do this already and that some of you even do it weekly, so I commend you for all of that if that's true. But I also know that things are changing so much these days. We're trying to figure out new things all the time because of our situation and the continuing situation of COVID. And so I know you're trying all kinds of things, and maybe what you used to do you're not doing anymore, and maybe it's time to try some new things. More than ever, in this time when it's so easy to get disconnected, we as church leaders and pastors have the challenging and vital task of calling people into service for the reign of God and letting them know that their generosity really does make a difference in the world. There are lots of ways that a monthly mission moment could work in your setting. Boy, that's a tough one, monthly mission moment. In our church, it's connected to communion on the first Sundays of the month. It includes a love offering for whatever ministry is being highlighted for that particular month. Mission moments can happen at different times in the service. It could be around the time of the offering. It could be connected somehow to the scripture or the children's story that you have, or however it is that it'll fit well into your service of worship. But no matter how you do it, a mission moment is all about telling the story of ministry that your church is involved with or connected to, and letting people know that their support indeed does change lives. It's that simple and that difficult. I'm not the first to say this, I know, in this challenge, but you have to be able to tell stories about real people. Yes, it takes time to ferret out those stories. Yes, sometimes it takes even more time to be able to get permission from somebody to share their story when that's appropriate. We never want to violate anyone's confidence, obviously, or their privacy, because that's not life-giving ministry. But it's also great to lead by example when that's appropriate. For example, I will often say something like, in our house, we believe in this so much that we are serving together in this ministry, or we're making a special gift to make sure that it's able to happen. But above all, you have to tell the stories. And these days you can use words, but you can also use pictures and video and testimony, lots of different things, whatever you can find. And people are getting really comfortable with somebody taping something and sending it in that they can use, which gives us even more opportunities. Make sure you do it with joy though, because that matters. I served a church many years ago that actually had a weekly mission moment to help people be aware of all the ministries of that church. It was an active church. There was plenty to talk about. This was before the technology that we have now was easily available. And so the chairperson of the missions committee often presented these opportunities and these mission moments herself. I knew her heart, and I knew how passionate she was really about serving people and doing good herself, as well as helping the church to be a great positive impact in that community. She was also very Wesley in her approach, doing no harm, doing good, staying connected with God. But, and there's that awful qualifier, she had a very flat and somber affect. I can't tell you how many times I felt that she looked like she was going to the gallows as she trudged up the aisle, and this is kind of the way I felt like she walked. That's what it looked like to me as she was going to the lectern to speak. I wasn't sure that her presentations, even though I knew they were heartfelt, had the desired effect, because not everybody knew her and knew what her commitments were. What lights you up in your ministry that your church is doing? It's really important to let that energy show. And if there's some aspect of the ministry of your church that really lights somebody else up, let them talk about it. Let them share how much it means to them, how it's changed their lives to do something in the life of the church for somebody. Enthusiasm breeds more enthusiasm. Joy is infectious, and don't we need something good to be infectious these days? So here's what I want you to do. Here's your challenge. Grab your journal and write down 6 things in the ministry of your church that can become your monthly mission moments for the next 6 months. That's step 1. And then step 2, share that list with someone, just the list, a mission or outreach team member, a lay leader, whoever makes the most sense in your setting, and ask them to start thinking with you about how best to highlight this life-giving ministry for your congregation. Knowing that what they do makes a difference unleashes people's generosity. Your job is to help them let it loose, so go for it.